Hello there, this is Ma'am Florence, and welcome to our first video lecture in General Biology 2. And for this topic, we will be talking about nutrition, and we have four subtopics for this. So, if you are watching this in YouTube, kindly make use of our playlist so you can course through our videos. I hope you're settled because we will start. First off, let's talk about the modes of nutrition. And to be able to do that, let's define nutrition first. What is nutrition? These are processes by which organisms obtain and use the nutrients required for maintaining life. And we also have to consider the fact that there are a lot of organisms present here on Earth. So, there has to be different modes for it. Okay? The two main modes of nutrition is the autotrophic nutrition and the heterotrophic nutrition. Under heterotrophic, we have three more. That's Holozoic, saprophytic, and parasitic nutrition. We'll get to know all the terms here once we go along. Let's talk about autotrophic nutrition first. One involved process here is photosynthesis, and this has been discussed when we had our General Biology 1. Can you still remember it? For photosynthesis, different plants synthesize their own organic molecules from simple inorganic substances like carbon dioxide and nitrates. The energy for this process is derived from sunlight in the case of photosynthesis, or via the oxidation of inorganic molecules, which happens in the process called chemosynthesis. Because autotrophs synthesize their own organic molecules, they are commonly referred to as producers. Can you give me an example of a photosynthetic organism? Okay, so here, an example for autotrophs are green plants, just like what we can see in this picture. How about the other process for chemosynthesis? Chemosynthesis is the process of synthesizing organic compounds from carbon dioxide and water using energy supplied by chemical processes which involve the oxidation of organic substances such as hydrogen sulfide, ammonia, and iron. For examples, we have the iron bacteria and the nitrifying bacteria, like the nitrosomes and nitrobacter. Okay, once again, this is about the autotrophic nutrition. The term autotroph is derived from two Greek words, autos, which means self, and nutrition. In autotrophic nutrition, an organism makes its own food from simple raw materials. Okay, how about the other one, the opposite of autotrophic nutrition, which is now called heterotrophic nutrition. The word heterotroph is derived from two Greek words heteros, which means other, and troph, which means nutrition. So here, the different organisms obtain organic molecules from other organisms, either living, recently killed, or their non-living remains and detritus. Because heterotrophics cannot produce their own organic molecules and obtain it from other sources, they are called consumers, or heterotrophs, just like you and I, human beings. Under heterotrophic nutrition, we have the Holozoic, saprophytic, and parasitic nutrition. Let's talk about Holozoic nutrition first. From the word holo, it means whole. So these are organisms that take in solid food from other organisms. So what are the different types of Holozoic animals? I think you're familiar with these terms. First, we have herbivores. So these are animals that only eat plants. They have wide flat teeth for grazing on grass, or they have beaks to open nuts. For example, we have this panda, the koala, and the deer. They are herbivores. The next one, they are called carnivores. And they are plants or animals that eat animals only. Example would be this shark, the wolf, the tiger, and the lion. Can you guess what's the third one? Clue. Here, humans belong. Okay? So, the third type is called omnivores. It's a plant or animal that eats both plants and animals. Like, of course, humans, the bear, and the hen. Those are omnivores. Next up, we have detritivores. So these are organisms that feed on dead and decaying organic matter, which are called detritus. Examples of this is the woodlice, the earthworm, and the snail. We also have insectivorous plants. Can you think of organisms that are considered as insectivores? These are organisms that obtain some nutrients by trapping and digesting various invertebrates, and occasionally even small frogs and animals, like the Venus flytrap, the pitcher plant, and the sundew. Now, there are also types of holozoic animals based on their food size. The first one would be the microphagous feeders. These are organisms that take in food in the form of tiny particles, which are mostly microscopic because they are microscopic as well, like the amoeba and the paramecium. Other than that, we have the liquid feeders. I think the name is already self-explanatory. And the examples of liquid feeders are mosquitoes, aphids, and bees. The third one will be called the macrophagous feeders. The ingestion of large food particles and the capture of prey are essentially the attributes of mobile organisms, which are most animals, including you and me.